My name is Mackenzie Case, or Kenzie as most people call me, and I'm applying for the 2025 New Graduates Program at Dillon's. I'm currently studying at Brock University, and I'm in my final year of their film studies program. A little bit about me: I pride myself on being a very creative and adventurous person, always looking for new and exciting opportunities to both learn new skills and expand and refine the skills I already have. Additionally, I also run a small photography business that currently specializes in dance photography and portraiture, but I am looking to expand into more of the wedding industry. Spirits have always been something of a fascination to me. They have such a rich history and such nuanced flavors. It requires true artistry in order to create them. Every sip when you're drinking a well-balanced liquor shows the passion of the distiller themselves. And it's that challenge of understanding these nuances and being able to share them with others that truly is a passion of mine. It fosters a community that celebrates creativity and tradition and the joy of a well-crafted drink. Having worked in the wine industry previously, it was these characteristics that drew me towards the alcohol and spirits industry as a whole, as it requires such a learning experience and being able to understand how to communicate these qualities to others and being able to truly represent a spirit in a way that not only reflects the product itself, but the fantasy the product is selling is something that resonates with me both as a creative and as someone who enjoys a well-crafted spirit themselves. There are so many things that excite me about getting to work a guest-facing role at Dillon's. The opportunity to connect with people and share my passion for spirits is a big one. I think there's something very special about getting to guide guests through a tasting experience, being able to answer questions and seeing their reactions as they discover new flavors as they work their way through a portfolio. I also love the idea of getting to create memorable moments and fostering a sense of community, both within the distillery itself and within the greater community, and getting to be a part of every guest's experience and making sure it's one that is both memorable and enjoyable. My journey to Brock University is maybe not the classic university story. I originally accepted my offer to Laurentian up in Sudbury. However, at the end of my first year, they did cut my program, leaving me with the need to adapt very quickly. I had about 3 days to make a selection and put my application in for transfer. And Brock University has one of the oldest film programs in Canada, ultimately leading me to that decision after also taking into consideration the fact that I have familial ties to the area. Film was an easy choice, however. I've always had a really large passion for creativity and getting to create new things and bringing joy to people, especially through the things I create. And as someone who has had a very large passion for photography for most of their life, film seemed like a logical step in that direction, as it allowed me to bring my creations to life in a way that would make it accessible to a large number of people. I would say the best team I've ever worked with was the set construction and production team I worked with at Digital Canaries. They were a small studio in Hamilton that I was able to get the opportunity to work with during my high school co-op, and then was rehired on during that break between first year and starting at Brock. That team was really great because there was a lot of mutual trust and understanding. And so I was always able to complete my tasks and go about my day knowing that they were always going to have their end of things covered, and that if things were going wrong, there was going to be communication. And through that, we were able to work really cohesively, both as a team and with our own individual tasks, making the studio as a whole very laid back and comfortable, and there was never any animosity due to lack of ownership or lack of time management. I believe that the two most important aspects of customer service are effective communication and a genuine desire to help. To me, effective communication involves actively listening to the customer's needs and providing timely and accurate information. By understanding their concerns and their expectations, I'm able to tailor my approach to their specific needs, ensuring that they get the products that they're looking for, as well as the service they expect. And a genuine desire to help goes beyond simply fulfilling those requests. It requires being empathetic, patient, and willing to go the extra mile to ensure that they have a positive experience. By treating each guest with respect and kindness, I'm able to build strong relationships and foster loyalty, not only to the brand, but to the guest experience as a whole, making sure that not only will they come back, but they'll recommend Dillion's to their friends and family, bringing in other customers as well. By making a public first approach, it makes the brand seem human and empathetic, as well as paints a positive picture of the people working there, who are the faces of the brand themselves. And everything tastes better when you're having a good time. Great customer service to me truly means putting the person before the sale. It's getting to understand their likes and their dislikes and using the knowledge that I have in order to ensure that I can make appropriate recommendations, whether that is within exactly the scope of what they're looking for, or something that maybe is slightly outside of that I truly think that they would enjoy based off of their preferences in spirits or flavor profiles. A time I had really great customer service was at a local winery, and based off of my experience with wine and my knowledge and the greater sort of flavor profiles that I already knew I liked and didn't like, they were able to make a really good recommendation for me that was within my price range, but wasn't something I would have necessarily pulled off the shelf for myself. And it truly made me feel heard and seen as a person, while also highlighting how much they knew about the products they were working with and the history of the land and the history of the area, which are all aspects that I truly value as someone who is as interested in the history of the product and the region as I am the product itself. If you're looking to elevate your store's spirit selection, look no further than Dillion's Dry Gin No. 7. This Ontario-crafted gin is a true gem, perfect for every palate. Distilled from 100% Ontario rye grain, Dillion's Dry Gin No. 7 encapsulates the essence of London-style dry gin. Its complex flavors, dominated by juniper berries and other botanicals, lends itself to a smooth and sophisticated drinking experience. Recognized by industry experts, Dillion's Dry Gin No. 7 has won many accolades, particularly gold at the San Francisco World Spirit Championships. Whether it's a martini, a gin and tonic, or a Negroni, Dillion's Dry Gin No. 7 is the ideal base spirit. Its clean, dry finish and balanced flavor profile make it a versatile choice for any cocktail. By stocking Dillion's Dry Gin No. 7, you'll be offering your customer a premium product that appeals to both gin connoisseurs and casual drinkers. Let's work together to elevate your store spirit selection and drive sales. Having previously worked in the wine industry, specifically on the retail floor, doing a lot of tastings, I feel like I have an advantage that others may not have had, especially when it comes to portfolio knowledge and terroir knowledge, and being able to effectively communicate that to guests as they come in. Additionally, I feel like I also have a really good sense of the experience people are looking for when they're coming into a tasting experience, especially at a smaller or small batch facility like Dillion's. Additionally, having been working as a bartender for the last few months, I have quite the knowledge base on cocktails, which is an advantage when going into a spirits-based program, as I'm quite good at making sales based off of people's flavor preferences and being able to explain how certain things work and the best way to make cocktails, which is knowledge that, while maybe not directly related to the role is beneficial in the sense of product knowledge and effectively being able to communicate, but also in terms of working with tastings and working with the public, knowing when people are potentially past their limit and ensuring that accidents don't happen, especially preventable ones. Additionally, coming from more of a creative mindset, I think I have a bit of a different way of viewing interactions and viewing sales tactics. Rather than just trying to sell the product, I focus very high on selling the fantasy surrounding the product and being able to develop that fantasy and ensuring that the person I'm working with or the guest that I'm interacting with is also as involved within that fantasy as I am.